Alright guys, Agna here, and today we're going to dive into what we know and can speculate about the brand new island, Surreal Wetland. Let's get right into it. Alright guys, so like I said in the little intro, we're going to dive into what we know about the new event, Surreal Wetland, coming out. Before we get into that, got to get into the usual shenanigans. I'll keep it short. This video is sponsored by AppCoins, where you use my code AGNATA, can get anywhere from 5 to 65% off all in-game purchases. I'll keep it at that. I've said it a million times. It's only available for Android. The full description on how to do so will be down below. As well as down below, there's going to be a link to our Discord, which you are happy to join. We got multiple games going on there, but it's always a place that people can come chat and ask questions. It's a great community. On top of that, it would really help me out if you guys hit that like, hit that subscribe, leave a comment, because there's still about 70% of y'all that do not do that and watch my videos on a weekly basis. So it'd really help out if you do so. All right, so let's get into what we know. So first off, before we do that, I actually want to give a mournful shout out to one of our members that just passed away. Yeti Hunter. He was an amazing person, and one of our members that unfortunately just recently passed away. So rest in peace to him. I hope that he's smiling down on us from above. All right, let's get into it. So with what we know about this particular camp, or this particular island, and shout out to Dustin from the tactics teams actually for, which is rare for me to say, for supporting anybody from the Ants official, but me and him talked, and he's a great dude and gave me a better understanding of this event. So basically, as you can see on the screen right now, you have NPC that's essentially infected. You have blue and orange camp that are still fighting against each other, but it's kind of like jungle to where you have to get inside to the tree, but you have NPC that's going to be fighting against you. The more buildings that they get, the stronger they become. Kind of like if you're facing a normal enemy. We don't know how strong that actually gets to be. We don't know anything about that, but frankly, I'm after talking with Dustin, I'm kind of leaning towards this event being okay. So anyway, you're essentially going to have to fight both the NPC and the other camp. Now, there could be tactics to be made with essentially making the NPC attack your enemy first to be able to reduce their stamina. There can also be arguments to be made that you can use it in the other round and be able to basically drain both sides. But there's many possibilities that you can do with this. So, all right, let's get into what this is. So, like I said, it's basically jungle, except for both camps are going to start on opposite sides of the map with an NPC in the middle. So then you have the camp leader. It can actually be switched now, and leader has different privileges, so that's interesting. There's the environmental zone. Environmental zones take effect for a limited time. After a specific milestone ends, all environmental zones will turn back into normal zones and have no effects on battle. So with that one, I'm not really sure if that means that it's going to be like clash areas to where the buffs no longer count, or if it's just going to be like a staging area that you can go and fight. We don't know. on that. So it's kind of interesting about how that will work. So other than that, you have the normal things. You have the infected ant trial, where you can challenge the infected ants, which are going to be the NPC, and win rewards. I'm assuming that between this and the infected ant citadel is going to be kind of like with the what the hell is it called? The mud skippers and shit that you have in the other various island events. That's kind of what I think that it's going to be. And Dustin agrees on that. So we don't know. I mean, a lot of this is still up in the air. So it's really all up to speculation. But given by the map, it looks like the majority of your fights are actually going to be against NPC. And then it's going to be, when you clear the NPC out, it's going to be alliance on alliance. So I actually like that. I think that it's nice that there's going to be an opportunity that even for like a losing alliance or whatever, that you still can do something daily just by beating up the NPC. So you still have something daily to be able to do. So that part I think is nice and will be I think it'll be a good addition to the islands if it's not too broken. We'll see on that one. As far as the ants currently, they only have one that's out right now, and it's kind of cryptic as to what it is. It's a ranged guardian, so third row guardian. Its skill gains part of our frontline squad attack and attribute bonus, and after the frontline guardian's squad deals multiple times, the squad deals damage to all enemy squads with a chance to silence them. It has a chance to deal damage to the enemy squad with the highest power and increase its own squad's attack for certain rounds, which is stackable. Has a chance to deal partial damage to all enemy squads. This skill damage rate will increase each time it hits the enemy shooter squad, which can stack up to a certain time. So, as it is with most island events, I suspect that these will be extremely strong. And a lot of them are front row ants that they have going on that we do not know what they are yet. But as you can see, we got like the ranged guardian, melee shooter, support carrier, and melee carrier. So we only have one ranged out of it, which is the white crystal, which is interesting. But as typical with this game, they're probably going to be extremely overpowered when they first come out. Alright guys, that's pretty much all I got for you. Agnes out. We'll see you in the next one.